We live in a place that is like a regime pertaining to beauty, and we live in a place that is really sarcastic regarding world warfare, and so things happen to us when we sleep if we upset people who watch us with space age technology. Like, space age technology has probably been out since the 1800s, since probably like 1840s, 1845. People have been watching us from space, but because of the Aryan invasion theory, which Ron Indra taught me about at Harbor High, or referred to Arianas regarding Aryanism and white supremacy. So because of that theory, we live in a place that is based off of using space age technology to filter through weaker specimens. So that's my life story. So that's why I don't have a place to live. That's why I don't have my son. That's why I don't get paid for my labors. Even if I found the worst terrorists, the worst murderers in the world, it didn't matter up to date. And that's all I can testify about. And it's not because I'm being malicious. It's because that's the world that we live in. So I wanted to give a heads up on United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement pertaining to the logic of the United States Armed Forces having indemnification to imply any crime, and then everybody just getting made fun of by United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement is probably maybe, because of being based off of alleging holiness. So in other words, let's take a police car for example. Police cars and automobiling sometimes pertains to implying crimes such as starving children, such as abusing yourself, such as cruelty to another human being or animals. So when these countries and other places start to starve their children, start to try to get a trade secret for Arabians or what have you, they start to try to make automobiles. It's kind of sarcastic because the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement will start to punish people in its own country and say that that's not okay, or it'll start to do it itself. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement will start to do anything from pedophilia to heroin itself, and then make fun of every single person on not being a black person, or not having a greater Nordicist, or not having a commonwealth, basically. So basically, you know, like, if you weren't commonly wealthy, or if you weren't like of the Nordic races, or if you weren't a part of the surveillance system that was based off of like Austrian designers like Christian Doppler. So according to the internet, Christian Doppler was the first person to design stuff for us, or as human beings, to give other people schizophrenia with space. So so the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement is probably the most aggressive terrorist organization next to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is actually equivalent to Adolf Hitler. Actually, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is equal today to Adolf Hitler clinically. And I can clinically prove that, and you can too if you go to San Francisco, California. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement is clinically the equivalent to Adolf Hitler regarding the U.S. Mint building that's across the street from the San Francisco Chronicle. And if you go next to the San Francisco Chronicle, you're going to see sidewalks with little swastika shrines, because the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement is actually directly an accessory after the fact to Adolf Hitler. So anything that you do, no matter what hope, no matter what dream, no matter what thing you say, it doesn't matter what you say, because United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, if it doesn't like you, the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement is going to attack you with the FBI, with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And then they're going to pretend that they're all separate, and they're all connected to the CIA and Christian Doppler's technology from the KGB and from Adolf Hitler and all of his relatives with light skin who are all white Aryans. So it didn't fucking matter if they were from, it didn't matter if they were from Spain or Germany or English. It didn't really matter where they were from. They were all Aryans, and that's what they all had in common. So just a heads up on the United States and how its logic operates according to my testimony and reality. So I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm just telling the truth about what I see around me and my cognizance and in my competence as a United States civilian.